Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. My name is Daniela. Today I would like to talk to you about something I wasn't planning on covering today, but during meditation it came to me. I was feeling very uncomfortable and I wasn't quite sure why my energy had shifted. So in meditation, I felt blocked. I felt like my chakras, my energy centers were blocked. So I did a quick test with my pendulum, and I did see that I was surprised to find that my solar plexus, my heart were not moving the way that I thought, my throat definitely not. So the higher up I got in my chakra system, the more that I noticed that it wasn't moving correctly. But I definitely noticed I wasn't at peace, I guess is the easiest way to say it, and I wasn't sure why, because everything's been pretty good lately. You know, there's always minor bumps in the road, but the thing is, it's how we deal with those bumps in the road that we learn that everything's okay. And it's how we respond or react that we grow and evolve. So again, I was really thrown off today saying, okay, I know my energy's off, not really sure why. So in meditation, and I highly recommend meditation for everyone. It really is an amazing process that once you start, you know, it's a practice like anything else, like a habit, an exercise program. So the more you do it, the better you get, the more you fall in love with it. So anyway, and as I was doing my meditation this morning, I became more and more aware that something wasn't quite right. And as I brought in the energy, it felt amazing. So I do a visualization of flushing out anything that's low or negative vibrational energy, anything that's toxic. So I was doing that, but again, I'm like, okay, something's up. And in meditation, what came to me is there's something that I'm going to be doing actually probably in about an hour. 5 weeks ago today, I did a beagle rescue, and it was a wonderful decision. We decided to get a dog. Barney's between 7 and 8 years old. He's a beagle, and couldn't ask for a better dog, but he's very shy. Not particularly affectionate, things like that. So we found out pretty much by accident that he loves other dogs and cats and things like that. So we decided to give another pet a home. So we're going to adopt a puppy today. And again, a rescue. What's interesting is I realize why my solar plexus, because when your solar plexus don't move, you're giving away your power. And my heart wasn't quite right. My throat wasn't right. So it's like, okay, I'm giving away my power. My heart, there's something up with it. And I have to admit, I think for all of us, when we feel pain, stress, fear, we want to pull away from it, right? We want to feel better as fast as we possibly can. And I'm not going to lie, it was a knee-jerk reaction to like, pull back, feel better. So as I'm flushing out that yucky energy, becoming more and more aware of it, I thought, why not go into these feelings, go into the pain, go into the fear, and figure out what's up with you instead of running away, avoiding, or trying to heal it and release it as quickly as possible. Why not figure out what's going on here? So again, you know, it's just a meditation. These thoughts are floating by. And if you think your mind's a blank slate, maybe for some, it is not for me. I feel when I'm in meditation, it's a communication with my higher self, the divine. It's a clear hearing, clear knowing. So that's what I was guided to do, is instead of avoiding the process, relax, surrender, and go into it. And as I did allow these feelings, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I just became very aware of the energy in my body, and the different, like I said, I started with my solar plexus, and I realized, I recognize this fear. I recognize it. It's my fear of commitment, and I'm not proud to say that at this stage of the game. That, and no matter how many times I've seemed to have worked on this, I became very aware of this at different points in my life. Minor things like a bowling league when I was in my 20s, how harsh that was, like hard it was for me to commit. Just many things, buying a house, having children, getting married, having children. there's always been a certain amount of resistance, fear. And it's fear of not being able to get away, fear of not being free. I think that's a big theme for me, not being able to be free. So I realized that my discomfort today and panic, I would use the word panic, was because I'm adopting a second fur baby. So like I said, Barney's 7 to 8 years old. Jordan is less than 4 months. And I thought to myself, Barney has brought me so much love. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Because my children are older now, it's great to be able to love something and give something a home and to take care of it and just unconditional love. And you know that you made somebody's life better to offer it a home and love and comfort and take care of its medical needs and things like that. It's just a wonderful feeling. So that being said, by surrendering and allowing instead of resisting, fighting, avoiding, I realized, oh, that you're rearing your ugly head again of fear of commitment. That's what this whole process today is about, my fear of commitment. And I wanted to share this with you. You might be like, why are you rambling about this? Well, if I didn't have a meditation practice, it would be harder, I believe, for me to hear guidance. That being said, learning to surrender and allow is so important. Instead of avoiding the discomfort, the fear, the panic, take an interest in what that is. Like, why am I so afraid of this? Why am I so against this? Why do I dislike this particular act or words, whatever the case may be? Why? Why is there so much resistance? And as you delve into it, you can find out like what maybe your phobias are or your judgments may be. And I honestly believe that's a worthy expedition, and one that once you start taking that journey of why something's making you uncomfortable, and it's a great way to better know yourself, your likes, your dislikes. And sometimes it's irrational, like, or maybe it's from an earlier experience that you had that you didn't even realize that you were still carrying that energy around with you, that panic, that fear. And so I highly recommend, if you want to grow and evolve on your spiritual journey, this is a wonderful practice. So instead of avoiding things, to relax, surrender, and go, it's almost like rolling into it, going into it, and wondering why do I want to avoid this like the plague? Once I realized that it was a commitment issue for me, I laughed, because I thought about, oh yeah, that's right, signing on a dotted line for my house, getting married, agreeing to have children. Like every time that it seems like what I call a sticky situation that you have to commit to it and it's difficult to get out of. Yes, you can sell a house. Yes, you can get a divorce, but your children are your children. All of those experiences, I wouldn't change anything in the world for them. And I absolutely adore Barney. And I'm absolutely sure I'm going to love Jordan with all my heart. These are things that enrich and enhance my life. But if I don't look and force myself through this discomfort, I'm not going to have the gold at the end of the rainbow. So if you just keep in your comfort zone and not persist and go through your fears, you're never going to have the beauty on the other side. My Uncle Andy always used to say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And we were playing a board game when I was 16, and I was like so fearful of the next move, and he kept saying that to me. It was annoying me at the time, but he's absolutely right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So if you never push yourself out of your comfort zones and go into these uncomfortable feelings, you're going to live a very familiar life, but not particularly exciting or adventurous. I just feel stagnant if I don't push myself through these things, very stagnant, and I would be losing out on so many beautiful, wonderful, amazing opportunities. So I hope this little tidbit of pushing through and becoming familiar helps you. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need any mediumship readings or healings, please go to my website, www.danielladecastro.com. to get more information about me, and my contact information is on there, and I would love to connect with you. Many blessings. Namaste. Bye-bye.